Yo, what's going on, guys? SMH Super Mario Hoops back with some more hoops, and today we are hopping right back into our top 50 list. This time we are at a new player by the name of Jason Kidd. Now, where does Jason Kidd rank on my all-time position? Well, I currently have him ranked at number 46. Now, before I try and defend my argument for why he's number 46, I'm going to need you guys to hit the like button. I'm going to need you guys to subscribe and also hit the notification bell. And be sure to leave a comment at the end of the video or during the video or something like that about what you think about Jason Kidd and his all-time status. Without further ado, let's get right into the video. Now, Jason Kidd, over the course of his career, was a 10-time NBA All-Star. This includes years in 1996, 1998, 2000 until 2004, all 5 of those years. He also made it in 2007, 2008, and 2010. He also made it 6 times onto the All-NBA team in 6 consecutive years. On first team All-NBA in 1999 until 2002 and also 2004. That 1 year in between, which was 2003, was the only time that he made All-NBA second team. Now, in terms of his all-defensive selections, he's made 9 total over the course of his career. And in fact, it was pretty much every year from 1999 until 2007 in which he made them. He made first team All-Defensive in 1999, 2001, 2002, and 2006, whereas he made All-Defensive second team in 2000, from the years 2003 until 2005, and also 2007. Now, Jason Kidd, as a distributor, was very solid. In fact, he actually led the NBA in assists for 5 seasons, 5 of 6 seasons to be exact, from 1999 until 2002 and also 2004, all the seasons that he made first team All-NBA as well. In 2011, who could forget when he won an NBA championship with the Dallas Mavericks, the team that he started with, and also was near the end of his career until he played that little stint with the Knicks afterwards. Now, in terms of being Mr. Triple-Double, he's one of 3 players in NBA history to hone this nickname. The others being Oscar Robertson, Jason Kidd fell right in the middle, and then most recently Russell Westbrook. In fact, he actually led the NBA in total triple-doubles for 10 of 11 straight seasons, and actually 11 total in his career. With 107 career triple-doubles, that ranks him 4th on the all-time list. What even adds to the impressive ability of his triple-double, as opposed to maybe the ones you see today, is that the pace of the league was so much slower in these days when he was doing this. It might have even been the slowest ever, as opposed to nowadays where every other night you'll see Luka or Westbrook or Jokic drop a triple-double just like that. In terms of his defensive win shares, he's actually at 75.14 for his career, which ranks him 11th in NBA history and first among both non-big men and all point guards in history. He has the second most assists of all time with 12,091 and also the second most steals of all time with 2,684. Now, a lot of that is due to longevity, but regardless, still pretty impressive. In terms of his MVP shares, now 8 different seasons he received votes for the MVP award. 5 times he was a top 10 finisher, twice he was a top 5 finisher, and he actually finished 2nd place in 2001-2002. Now, a lot of people don't realize maybe how close this MVP race was, because Jason Kidd finished with a .712 MVP share, whereas the winner Tim Duncan finished with a .757 MVP win share, which is approximately about a 4.5% difference. Now, in that 2001-2002 season, obviously both him and Duncan were all defensive first team. Being their positions, as expected, Duncan was a better rebounder, while Kidd was, of course, a better facilitator. Now, in terms of scoring, Duncan was a more efficient scorer and a more high-volume scorer. And even though this was the down part for teammates that highlighted Tim Duncan's peak especially, many would still probably say that Kidd was carrying a much larger load with those New Jersey Nets. In fact, this has nothing to do with the MVP award, of course, but he did lead that Nets team to the finals later on in this season. So, I mean, what do you guys think? I mean, it's one of the most slept on close MVP races in NBA history. Yeah, maybe Tim Duncan still deserved it, but you can't deny that with Jason Kidd being so close to deserving it as well, at the very minimum, that is still very impressive. And now let's talk about his playoff career. And this is a big reason why, say, Lonzo Ball always drew comparisons to Jason Kidd when he was just about to get drafted. Yes, he was capable of putting up a triple-double on any given night, would probably give you 14, 8, and 6 on any typical day. However, he was never really a consistent or efficient scorer. In fact, Kidd was unable to average over 10 points per game in 34% of his playoff series. He shot 40% from the field or lower in over 56% of his playoff series, and he shot 30% from 3 or lower in 44% of his playoff series as well. Stats such as his win share per 48 rating drops from about 0.133 to 0.114, and his true shooting percentage would drop from about 50.7% to 49.8%. Both of them were much higher in their regular season stats over the course of his career, as opposed to when you look at his playoff career. Now, across his 2 finals appearances with New Jersey, Kidd averaged 19.8 points per game, 8.6 assists per game, 8 rebounds, 1.8 steals per game, on 40.9% from the field, 26.3% from three-pointer, and 81.7% from the free throw line, on a plus 7.5 net rating, a 5.8 BPM, and a 0.144 win share per 48 rating. So when you look at it that way, in his prime years, he actually did improve quite a bit from his regular season stats. I mean, as a scorer, he increased his volume as well. You might see this from guys like Chris Paul, but obviously, like we just addressed, his efficiency wasn't quite there. I mean, his shooting splits of about 41, 26, and 82. That's pretty great from the free throw line for a point guard, but not quite where you want to be in terms of a three-point shooter and, just shooting in general. His true shooting percentage around this time as well was roughly around 50 to 51%. So, I mean, that's not too bad, like I said, but it's not really great either. And outside of New Jersey, he would still play a big role as an efficient true point guard with the Phoenix Suns in his early career, and in the 2011 NBA championship with the Dallas Mavericks in his later days as well. Now, maybe for the Dallas Mavericks days, he wasn't really too great for many of the playoff series. I think his highlighted one would probably be the first round against the Portland Trail Blazers when they still had LaMarcus Aldridge and Brandon Roy went off for that Game 4 especially. But to even add to his legacy, he averaged a triple-double over the course of 2 playoff series. In that 2002 Eastern Conference Finals to win 4-2 over Paul Pierce's Boston Celtics and advance to the NBA Finals. And the other one was in 2007 in the Eastern Conference first round to defeat the 3-seeded Raptors 4-2 led by Chris Bosh as an underdog team as well. And for his career, he still ranks 4th all-time, not just in the regular season, but in playoff triple-doubles as well, with 11. Overall, though, to sum up Jason Kidd's career, he is for sure underrated. I know a lot of people like to make jokes about Jason Kidd because of some of his off-the-court antics. Obviously that whole ordeal with Jim Jackson and his history when he was coaching, especially with the Nets and the Bucks. I think he had a lot of memeable moments, so maybe people underrate him for that aspect as well, like we addressed kind of in the Paul Pierce video. But I personally think him being 46 on my list, it might be too underrated. Maybe I'm underrating him because he could arguably be top 40, top 35. It kind of just depends. And like I said, making this whole list, I think I've started to realize more and more that maybe these lists are just stupid in general, because I can make such a great argument or such a strong argument, such an emphasized argument about a certain player, and then ultimately I'll be like, you know what, is it really that serious? But again, I'm going to still keep going through these and get through all these videos. But just regarding Jason Kidd, of course, he wasn't the flashiest or the quickest guard that could create off the dribble. He didn't really have the scoring capabilities that maybe guys like Steph or Dame today. But his leadership, his versatility, it really made it hard to top him. And that's why he's only behind 45 players on my list. And again, even about the triple doubles, obviously most people today are going to be talking about Westbrook because, well, he's currently playing. And they'll be comparing him to Oscar Robertson because, well, he was the only guy to average it for a season, and he had the most up until Westbrook. So a lot of people kind of sleep on Jason Kidd when they're talking about the triple-double. So keep that in mind as well. So thank you guys for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, be sure to like, comment, subscribe. Again, hit that notification bell so then you'll know when I post the rest of these top 50 videos. And let me know what you think about Jason Kidd, because like I said, his off the court antics have maybe hurt his reputation. Of course, he's going to be back in the NBA landscape this year with a head coaching job with the Dallas Mavericks. I know he did have an assistant job with the Lakers most recently, but I think he's going to have a more prominent role now in Dallas. We'll see what he does with Luka Doncic and Kristaps Porzingis. That should be interesting to see. But just in terms of Jason Kidd's legacy, you can't deny that he was one of the best point guards in NBA history. And I think I'm just going to leave it at that. So I hope you guys enjoyed. Thank you guys for watching. Stay tuned for more. And I believe that is going to do it for me. So I'm out. Peace.